Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the Psychic Awakening. We're going to be talking about the future installments. We all know that Ritual of Damned is coming. When it's coming, I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully it's going to be this month, but I think it's going to be hard to fit it between all this sister stuff that's coming out. But fingers crossed it will be this month. But beside that, I want to focus on the next stage, which is the Greater Good, and also the one after that, which is apparently going to be Saga of the Beast. So a lot of Xenos talk today. Oh my god, absolute heresy. So as you can see in the background right now, we have a new updated map on the Psychic Awakening website showing off the Tau symbol. Now for those of you who know your maps, that Tau symbol is not in the Tau Empire zone. It's to the north of the Great Rift. The dark side, I like to call it, where basically it's lawless, anything goes up there. The Blood Angels are up there. They're like basically the main imperial force leading humanity and stuff like that. And now we have another faction, which is the Tau, that are over there. So let's jump in, let's go through the video, and we'll start with the Tau, because that's probably the main subject, and then we'll finish off with some insights of potential beasts that may be coming for the orcs in the next installment after that. Now, for those of you who have been following the news, we all know by now that Shadowsun got revealed at the New Year's Open Day, and with it, she will be taking part in the Psychic Awakening as part of the Tau launch in that book. That is basically going to be the big model coming out for the Greater Good book. Now, in the trailer, as you can see in the background now, when she did get revealed, she was revealed fighting Gene Stealer cultists, let's say. And for a lot of people, myself included, thought that this was probably what the Tau are going to be paired against. I thought to myself, it would be really, really cool, because there's a Caphias Kane book, I forgot which one it's called, I think it's called For the Emperor, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, where he fights Gene Stealer cults, and there's some Tau that get infected, and they don't tell them that they get infected, and the Tau take them back to wherever they go. And I always thought, I wonder what happened to them. But did an actual Gene Stealer cult start infecting the Tau Empire? And I was thinking, hopefully this could be like an offshoot to that, like they started to rise and Shadowsun had to go in and start clearing them all out. That could be kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to be anything like that at all. So that's where my mind went straight away, seeing the Gene Stealers and stuff. But this new symbol now hints that it possibly could not be Gene Stealers, and actually maybe Deathguard that the Tau will be fighting. Now, the reason I believe that it could be Deathguard is if we look at the map again, this is the brand new map. Again, I'll just say it, they just put this up over on the Psychic Awakening website, and you can see where the Tau symbol is. I'll put a little arrow to the top. That is the Tau symbol right there in red, and the bottom one, which is a yellow arrow right there, that is the Tau Empire. So you can see how far the Tau are fighting from their more or less their homeland, their heartland and stuff like this. Now, there's a lot of talk about why they're actually fighting there, and probably one of the best one is that this is where they're fighting Deathguard, and we have that actually in the 8th edition lore. And the lore states that there's a place called Nemyar Atoll. Please forgive me if I've completely butchered that. And there's a place called the Startide Nexus, which is where Nemyatar is located. And what is happening there is that the 4th and 5th spheres of the Tau Empire have basically dug themselves in that location. Now, what has happened is that a massive Deathguard fleet has appeared at Nemyar Atoll, and the commander there for the Tau forces is none other than Commander Shadowsun. So her forces and Commander Shadowsun are now battling the Deathguard for the control of the Startide Nexus. So it completely makes sense that she would get a new model and they would be featured in this book, because Deathguard have yet to receive their love when it comes to the Psychic Awakening with rules and stuff like that. I don't think they'll be getting anything like models or anything big or exciting like that, because I think Deathguard really have probably one of the most modelish range when it comes to Chaos. I know they're nothing like the Imperium or anything like that, but out of the Chaos forces, but I think beside the Thousand Sons, they have really the most love when it comes to faction-based models. There's something else that backs this up as well, and I can't for the life of me remember what the book's called, but I know it's by Chris Wright, and it's set, post, Gathering Storm and all that kind of stuff. So it's set in the current lore, what's happening right now. And at the end of it, the Deathguard were actually heading to the Starside Nexus. So that also backs it up that, there's definitely something big. And of course, there's something massive happening at the Starside. We've even got like art pieces from 8th edition with Tau battling Deathguard and stuff like that. So there's definitely a massive event heading there. It just hasn't been covered in detail. So I think that this book, The Greater Good, will be covered covering that battle. Now, that doesn't mean that the Genestealer cults may not be involved, because as I mentioned at the start of the video, they were definitely shown fighting Shadowsun. So maybe they could be doing the next book, the Greater Good book, with 3 factions in mind. That could be Deathguard, that could be Tau, of course, because it's called the Greater Good, and it could be Genestealer cultists. I think that could be pretty cool, because not the previous book, The Blood of Baal, the one before that, we had a massive Royal Rumble of, Night Lords, Iron Warriors, Black Templars, I think it was it White Scars or Salamanders? I think it was Salamanders and White Scars, actually, and of course, Sisters of Battle. So, these books have been proven that it's not merely down to 2 factions going at each other. They can shake it up, and it can be multiple factions per book. Hopefully soon we'll be seeing some more information on this, because I'm really interested to see who the Tau will actually be fighting, and my fingers crossed that it is Deathguard, because I'd like to see the interaction of Nurgle versus this whole Greater Good, and the Tau, how they deal with that and all that kind of stuff. I think it'd be very interesting. But of course, before we get to that, we first have to get Ritual the Damned out the way with the Grey Knights, Dark Angels, and of course the Thousand Suns. But the way that GW are marketing everything at the moment, it's like 100% focused on Sisters of Battle, and rightly so, because that is the range that everyone more or less wants. Not a lot of people are really interested in the Psychic Awakening. I know there's a lot of feedback about the whole lore side to it, how it's been a bit of a letdown. I can completely agree with that. I think they definitely need to improve it, make some serious actions. Like, if a faction does this and they lose, then there's actual consequences. It's not all just like fun in the sun. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that, and I can definitely see where they need improvement on that front. And on to the next one, which is of course Saga of the Beast. Now, this is where my attention is very aimed at, and I'm sure a lot of people have their attention aimed at this book as well, because it looks like it will be featuring orcs. Not only orcs, but orcs versus Space Wolves. That's what the rumour was, and the rumour that it came from was right about all the other books. So a lot of people are hyped to see some potential new Space Wolf models, but also some potential new orc models on that front as well. Now, we all know that the main models that are on everyone's lips are big HQ choices. So, of course, on the Space Wolf side, there's a lot of talk of a new Ragnar model. On the Orc side, there's a potential new Ghazghkull model. We've had some rumour images of some Orc stuff that's been appearing on the Warhammer community website, and a lot of people are losing their mind. Oh, it's Ghazghkull. Ghazghkull is coming. It's coming. For me, hopefully, it's both of them, because they both deserve a model. Ragnar deserves a model, and Ghazghkull definitely deserves a model as well. I'm hoping for maybe GW to make something epic and drop like a Battle Force box set where it's Orcs versus Space Wolves, HQ choice for Space Wolves, it's Ragnar, HQ choice for the Orcs, it's Ghazghkull, maybe some new Primaris models in there, maybe some new Orc models in there as well to really sell the box set. I'm sure that would sell like hotcakes. But we do have some evidence that Ghazghkull will be featuring in Saga of the Beast. Now, this information was given to me by a chap over on Bolt and Chainsword called Tristan. He messaged me and said, "Hey, have you seen this guy's profile? He's a voice actor." And he's done some work with GW before. You probably may know him as James Workshop. You know, the Christmas trailers that came out. And on his CV of voiceovers, there is a nice little snippet that says, Saga of the Beast, Ghazghkull Mad Urk Fracker, Games Workshop Black Library, Matthew Renshaw. Now, when I looked into Matthew Renshaw is a audio producer at Black Library, so he basically mixes all the sounds and stuff like that. And we all know who Ghazghkull is, and of course this guy is an epic voiceover artist. You have to listen to some of his voiceover stuff. It is amazing. I actually checked some of all the other like books he's been in, and he really does have an awesome voice. But of course, what does all this mean? Well, I think it's too coincidental that you've got to have something called Saga of the Beast, which is going to be an audio drama released by Black Library at some point, and also a Psychic Awakening book called Saga of the Beast as well. I think that they're going to go both hand in hand with each other, and when the Psychic Awakening Saga of the Beast releases, GW will also release this audio drama called Saga of the Beast, and of course it will go more in depth into the story, into the characters that are in the Psychic Awakening. And we know, because of this chap, because he voiced Ghazghkull Mad Urk Fracker, that Ghazghkull will definitely be in Saga of the Beast. So my hype has just gone up another level. Of course, it's more or less always at the top every single day, but I am exceeding my own hype meter, let's say, because I would absolutely love to see a Ghazghkull Fracker model. I think it would be amazing. I love Ghazghkull. I love everything about him. I've said this so many times that if I didn't do an Imperium faction, I went to do a Xenos faction, it would be hands down Orcs. And to have a brand new, huge, massive... Do you know what? I'm hoping that if they do a Ghazghkull Fracker model, that it will be like this massive, green, muscly menace kind of just brazen, huge, gigantic monster thing where you put it on the battlefield and the person you're fighting against just goes, oh my god, that model is just so awesome, intimidating, and beastly. So that's for me is what I'm personally hoping to see during Saga of the Beast. Alright, Chaperonios, that is me done for another video. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, as always. Let me know your thoughts, feedback on everything that we've talked about today in the video. Do you think that Deathguard will be facing Tau? Do you think it's going to be Deathguard Gene Stealers in Tau? Do you think it's just going to be Gene Stealers in Tau? We know Tower in there, but we just don't know who they're going to be fighting against. Again, leave your thoughts, feedback on that. And also about Ghazghkull, Saga of the Beast. Does this give you a little bit more hype, potentially, for him returning? Again, who knows? It could be nothing. It could be the Saga of the Beast. It just could be about something else, but I don't know. Again, my hype is up there, and I'm deadly looking forward to it and see what happens with it all. Right, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. See you now, and bye-bye.